letting you do it.
Woo! You gotta make sure you don't touch the stem part because that does have thorns. But these, there's also a mock one that looks like that doesn't go to sleep. But this one goes to sleep. We used to do this for hours when I was a kid.
Oh, there's a lizard's tail.
It came out of this.
Oh, lizard's tail. A cat got it. You keep killing the Oh, good.
Talk about homeschooling, what we get up to, the kind of activities and field trips we do with our homeschool group. So the way we do homeschool in our family is there's no like routine, there's no structure. It's kind of like wake up and however the day goes is how it goes sort of thing. Some days we do sit down, more formal learning. We're doing like when we're doing workbooks and stuff. And then other days it's just we may not do any sit down book work at all. We don't have like a Monday through Friday schedule. We don't have like set days where we do things. We don't do, oh, like Monday we're going to focus on math, Tuesday we're going to focus on language arts. Like we don't break it down like that at all. Yeah, so for us, it's one of those things where every day looks different. You know, right now we're only in kindergarten. Since my kids are still so young, my daughter is 6.5 and my son is almost 4. So I'm definitely more like live your childhood, have fun. They're currently outside playing right now. They've been outside all morning. So I'm definitely more just like, let them enjoy their childhood, let them play outside as much as they want, let them just be free and live their life. So we might do more like structured homeschooling later down the line. What I will say though is the school year is about to end. She is about to graduate kindergarten, but even though the school year is almost up, I plan on doing year-round homeschooling. I still plan on working through the summer. And the reason why I plan on doing year-round homeschooling is because, like I said, we take so many breaks throughout the school year. It just makes sense to keep working during the summer. Amelia has had a lot of other breaks during the school year that regular, you know, public school kids don't get. There was like 3 or 4 weeks in September, October that we did no homeschooling at all. We didn't do any homeschool the entire month of December and the first 2 weeks of January. So like they had a random month and a half off for winter break, which public school kids don't get. They just get like the 1 or 2 weeks. Also, we're going out of the country in September, which is the start of the next school year. So again, while typical public school kids are going to be in school in September, we're going on vacation. You know what I mean? So we don't live by like the school system schedule. We just, this is what I mean. We completely make up our own schedule. We do our own breaks when we want it. We take our own vacations when we want it. There is definite breaks for my kids. So I feel no remorse in doing summer school. They are definitely not overworked. But yep, so Amelia's in kindergarten right now. She's about to graduate kindergarten. What I mean by graduate is with our homeschool group, we, instead of like that typical graduating ceremony, we're calling it a bridging ceremony. So it's mainly just like bridging one year to the next, basically just celebrating their achievements for that year. So there's kindergarteners, there's first graders, there's second and third graders, there's preschoolers in our group. So there's like an age range, there's a grade range. So there's gonna be like a little party, some cap and gowns, and yeah, just like a fun little end of the year celebration. I think the only other thing I wanted to mention was just kind of for when we do formal homeschooling, the sort of things that we use. So what I have is I have my little homeschooling binder. It's just for me, and we have the different grades. Each divider is like a different subject. So what I did was I printed out the language arts learning targets, what they should be learning in kindergarten, like what does the state require for kindergarten. So it's like I can say words that rhyme, I can blend sounds in a word, I can say all the sounds of the consonants, the short vowels, the long vowels, I can print upper and lowercase letters correctly. I have them printed out for math as well, the math learning targets for kindergarten. I can count to 100 by ones, I can count by tens, I can write numbers 0 through 20. I have it printed out for like social studies, science, the national health education standards in Hawaii. Yeah, just I use that as a guideline. And yeah, we work on that. I have random as kind of like supplementary work. We have like practice sheets. Amelia's already done this one. This was like a counting by 5 thing. She's already done one kind of like this. It was in one of her workbooks. but it's the numbers 1 through 100, and she has to like fill in the blanks. She did it perfectly fine in the other one. I actually might save this one for Lucius. I kind of use this chart to help with learning 100s. This column was counting by 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that was kind of helpful in getting her to understand skip counting. Amelia is a visual learner, so it's more helpful for her to see it. You know, if she's thinking of something, you know, like mental math isn't her thing. It's got to be like visual. But yeah, clockwork. We used these story maps for like beginning, middle, and end of stories, settings, characters, stuff like this, language RC things. And then, like I said, Amelia loves workbooks. So we have a workbook for like every subject. We have this for language arts. This was a math workbook. We have just a standard kindergarten skills workbook. This one, I got a problem solving one. I don't think I'll be getting any more problem solving books in the future, particularly because a lot of the problems that are in here, it's like, let me do an example. It says, look at the birds in the tree. How many birds are there? And then it takes you step by step. What do you know? You know that there are birds in the tree. What is your plan? How are you going to figure out how many birds are in the tree? You're going to count the birds, write the numbers as you count, and you're going to solve the problem. And it's just like, it's just so much extra steps for something so basic. You know what I mean? Just how many birds are there? Just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that we don't need to go through all, like, I find a lot of this, we don't need to go through all that. It's just highly unnecessary. Solve the problem. It wants you to figure out which group is smaller, and it has like this matching thing. And it's like, it's obvious what group is smaller. Come on, like, it's just so, it's like common sense. You know what I mean? We're not going to be getting into any more of that. We have a grades K through 2, kindergarten through 2nd grade, sight word, activity book. How I plan on homeschooling the 2 kids, Amelia and Lucius, together. Like I said, Lucius is only 3, about to turn 4. How I plan on doing it is Amelia will be at her grade level for math and language arts. Lucius will do math and language arts. He'll be at his level. Everything else, they're gonna be on the same page, you know, because I don't want to do everything divided. So it's math and language arts, they'll do their own thing, and then we come together for like extracurriculars or those extra things. So for this geography and science books, Lucius is doing these as well. They're pretty basic. It's nothing he can't handle. So basically by the time we enroll Lucius in kindergarten, he'll be at kindergarten level for math and language arts. Everything else, he'll be like 2nd grade level with Amelia. It just makes sense to be teaching them both together rather than everything back and forth, everything divided. Another thing that we have, this is kind of like the final big thing that we have this kindergartner learning kit. It comes with different packets. So it comes with a packet that does like the seasons, you know, days of the week, months, all that. There's a packet that gets into time and like how to read a clock, both digital and wall clock, money and the value of money, and spelling. So yeah, just a fun little addition to learning. That's our learning materials, workbooks, this case, worksheets online, Hawaii's learning targets for each subject. Don't have any real routine, just go with the flow. Whenever we do sit down and work, I do like it to be at least 2 hours. There have even been times where we've been like so into it, we've done like 5-6 hours straight. It's kind of like 2 hours minimum, and then if Amelia wants to keep going and she's having fun and she wants to do more, we'll totally do more than 2 hours. But yeah, learning is supposed to be fun, whatever keeps your child engaged. I still think at such a young age, kids need to be spending a lot of time outdoors. So yeah, a lot of outdoor time, just really maximizing their childhood.
My favorite subject, like drawing and learning.
So your favorite subject is like art?
Yeah.
And learning what?
Learning about protecting the earth and protecting the water.
So you like environmental studies and oceanography?
Yeah.
And conserving the planet, keeping the waters clean, protecting the coral reefs.
Yeah. I really like to learn trace, keys. I like to do all that stuff. Make the sentence hits, write my name, do all that stuff.
But yeah, that's it. I've rambled enough and I'm gonna go now and on with the rest of the video.
It's a really cool flag.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is.
It's a very, very small country. It's an island. Nope. Okay, does anybody know where Wales is? Of course, it's Wales. Of course. Look at Wales. It doesn't have a whale on it, but it's got a really cool dragon. This is really cool. What is this? Mine is blue and yellow. What is this one? You know? What is it? Portugal? Yeah. Yeah. This is Portugal. Okay, here we go. Who likes sushi? Everybody likes sushi.
That's Tonga!
This is Tonga. This is Tonga. Next guy.
It's Mexico.
Is it? I don't know. Is it?
Mexico.
She's like, I don't know how. Yeah, once you dunk, it's better. Right? You do it? You dunked. No?
You gonna do it with me right now? No, you don't want to get down with me?
No, what? It's so cool. We can all do it together. Right, Mom?
What?
One,
1, 2, 3. Oh God!
I've been in for like over an hour at least.
Really? Get in right away. And actually, the second time is usually worse than the first time.
What's going on?
So we've got something really exciting coming up, and that is that we are going to Peru. We are going to be gone for 2 weeks. We're going to Lima, Cusco, and Aguas Calientes to go to Machu Picchu. But yeah, so kind of in honor of that, I wanted to do some cultural studies for homeschool. I would like them to learn a little bit about the country before we visit. They've already done some activities. They've colored and painted the Peruvian flag. They learned about the tri-sectioned emblem in the middle of the flag and what each of the things stands for. Learned about some foods that originated in Peru, the national animal. Another thing that I have printed out is these Machu Picchu coloring sheets, and again it has the flag at the top. It says what the capital is. And we learned about where we are in conjunction to where Peru is. We learned what continent Peru is on, how Peru is in South America, we're in North America. We went into like a little bit of geographic things. And then when we do this activity, I want to get into like the history of Machu Picchu, and then they can like color these sheets out. I want to get into the languages a little bit, how the two major languages in Peru are Quechua and Spanish. And as part of our cultural study, I want them to learn at least a few words or phrases in those languages. So that's what we've been up to today. And we will continue our studies a different day.
I love it. Nice. Okay. Take your picture right like that.
You were a child, crawling on your knees, totem, making mama so proud. But your voice is too loud. We like to watch you laughing, picking insects on plants. No time to think of consequences.